u/class1997 AskReddit. Reddit, what is the weird thing you do when you are totally alone that you would never tell anyone?
Welcome to
AutoGenLabs.
Daily Reddit content.
By robots.
For the internet.
I have legit conversations with myself.
I light a candle, coat my fingers in the wax, wait for it to cool down and harden, and then give myself tummy tickles.
I talk like I'm a celebrity on a podcast and tell my life story.
Sometimes when I'm in the shower, I'll cross my arms and collect as much water as possible. Then drop it all on the floor.
I reach out and try for the 36,375th time to activate my latent telekinetic powers.
Sometimes I spend time learning the choreography from music videos. I have no talent for dancing. To your left feet, as the saying goes. I'm sure it looks terrible. I just like being able to get some exercise without it feeling like a chore.
Cry. Spend 10+ hours semi-beep talk to myself the bad thoughts.
I put peanut butter on a flour or tortilla and eat it.
Every Thursday night, well technically Friday morning at 12:17 am, if I'm not sleeping, I pause whatever else I'm doing, stand up and hug myself. Don't ask me why.
I imagine scenarios that could happen, realistic scenes play in my head like movies when I'm doing mundane tasks. If I'm alone, sometimes I say one sentence here or there out loud, but if someone overheard, they'd just see me cooking dinner in silence and then creepily whispering, "Sounds like you've never had one of my salads, Mark."
I talk a lot to myself, full-on conversations, narrating my life, making wet juicy beep noises with my mouth. It's become such a habit that occasionally it happens when I'm not by myself and I feel like a total crazy person, which I'm probably right about.
Sometimes I stare at myself in the mirror, BC, I think I'm handsome, then I remember I have mild social anxiety and it doesn't matter anyways.
I play some of my favourite music on my headphones at max volume and create a whole world based on the context of the song. It's so strong I sometimes forget I'm in real life and just keep the flow going until I hit something.
Practice my death, metal screens.
Beep, free opportunity might as well.
Would it really be never telling if we telling it here on Reddit though?
Maladaptive dreaming since I was a kid. The universe inside my head expands as I grew older. I finished multiple storylines. I grew up in a strict household and maybe that was it. I don't have problems with my social life, in fact I have lots of friends, even long time ones. But still, I'm not planning to stop maladaptive dreaming until who knows when. I do this before and after sleeping, travelling alone. There are even times I suddenly read something interesting and I would immediately daydream about it. Nobody knows I do this. I just joined our /maladaptive daydreaming. Back then I thought only me does that.
Scratch my beep and give my finger a solid sniff.
I dance and sing. My voice is actually kinda nice, but I don't ever sing in front of people. My dancing skills are the worst.
Punch myself for being in beep to some guy 10 years ago.
Thinking about committing Sue beep.
B. I send myself messages, congratulations, happy birthday, etc. when no one else does.
I pretend I'm a famous musical celebrity having a radio interview, debuting a new song and then sing the most absurd song I can think of or cover a famous song with ridiculous lyrics.
Cry.
Talk to myself and everything, even the toaster.
Pace when I need to think.
I dance in front of the bathroom mirror and pretend I'm good at it.
Pick hard boogers out of my nose to breathe easier.
I'm not telling you.
I wrap a belt around my neck, then I tighten it.
Self-pleasuring. I wildly like to think out loud. It kinda makes me feel less alone and I just love it, but again I also talk beep to myself, so yeah, not so fun.
I've had more conversations with my friends, family and crushes in my head than in real life. I can easily put on music and just walk in circles talking to them for hours. No, like seriously, I think in the 2 years of pandemic I've made up more conversations with them in my bedroom than I actually did in the 4 prior years I knew them, not counting the fake conversations I've had with them in that period as well.
I imagine up some stories, usually on the comforting side. Protagonists that share qualities or struggles with me, generally like me or an idealized version of me who gets something they want, i.e. having their deepest desires come true, etc. Or just fantastical stories where the protac is a nature goddess or eldritch horror monster or something.
Pinch and squeeze my beep. I'm a guy.
I'm a dude who owns a Read/Law, and sometimes I sit in my recliner, which is kinda busted, and I just chill like I'm holding court like some sort of Lord of the Rings elf or Greco-Roman nobility. It's kinda badass and people know I own this laurel, but they don't know it is sort of LAR pain law.
I have this whole universe I'm plotting out in my head. I know the major overall plot, but I'm trying to figure out the small beats.
I have conversations with myself, in different accents. The conversations are ridiculous, like I'll talk about how there's too much sun coming into my kitchen as someone from The Sopranos. Who put this frickin' sun heater? Also, I would do that with other people around, but there isn't anyone around, so it just so happens I do it alone. I also wouldn't go out of my way to tell someone I did it because it's pointless knowledge. Everyone I talk to already knows I'm weird.
I like opening and closing my mouth. It kind of feels like I'm cracking my knuckles expecting my mouth.
I talk to myself. I sing really loudly and I talk to my buds like an idiot in a mix of English and Portuguese.
Telling the high mind of Reddit these things kind of defeats the purpose of never telling anyone.
Suicidal ideologies help you never get better, they actually force you into a deeper depression. It just creates a bigger sinkhole of depression, it's not worth it.
I scroll and post random beep on Reddit.
I pretend I'm famous, and I'm on a talk show, getting lost like Robin Williams, and the host is dying from laughter.
Use the bathroom with the door open so I can make sure monsters don't come for me.
Laugh about earlier memories of doing insane people things.
Totally alone?
I tell myself inside jokes when I'm bored, especially in public. Some of the jokes are beep hilarious to me, but are probably offensive to some. Also, every New Year I pretend that I'm sick and spend change over alone.
I'll lay in bed, play with a blanket while looking at it, and talk to myself. I'm 23. Many people would find this weird if they knew. I've done it since I was a kid and it's super relaxing to me. Only people that do know are my parents, as they've worked to know me doing it.
Talk to my animals. A lot.
Over the span of 3 years, I've slowly become addicted to peanut butter, and now I eat it by the spoonful. Someone PLZ help me.
I watch a lot of gore videos. I feel like that wouldn't be received well if I told everybody, though.
I talk a lot and explain to myself whatever is on my mind when watching a show, browsing the news, a certain event that happened to me in the day, etc.
I lay perfectly still in bed and try to leave my body. Sometimes it does work.
I look at frog memes.
Vent to my cat because my one friend is more of a funny friend than therapist friend.
You moved.
I divvy up my behaviours and have the wildest conversations with myself. Kind of like the movie Split, but less crazy and more about working through my emotions.
Watch beep with the sound on.
Doom scrolling on Reddit.
I love smelling my armpits when I'm alone. I'd quit it, but I love the way my body smells. I wish I could share this with people IRL, but I think people would find it too weird.
Imagine I'm hosting a cooking show even when I'm doing something as mundane as boiling water. A truly cheerful host at that.
I close the blinds, take my clothes off and dance around the house like Nature Boy.
I just start saying nah, nah, nah in the most monotonous voice.
Cry myself to sleep.
I like to stare at the wall and think but also beep.
Have conversations with myself, scratch my beep dance, even though I look like a beep idiot searching and reading morbid beep in the internet.
Wouldn't you like to know whether boy?
Talk with myself in different languages.
Wonder if after we die, is there anything after? Do we come back to life in the future? Alright then, after that I have anxiety and depression session and start talking to myself and trying to tell myself it's going to be okay, but it's really not because it's all gonna end, but it is what it is. Beep, it's happening.
Talk to myself and crack myself up.
I would never tell anyone, but if I should, I'd say talking to myself or pretend to be interviewed.
Recite rehearsed conversations out loud and go on long rambling tangents to myself.
Talk to myself. I had a hard time making friends in college, so it started by me talking myself through homework problems.
Either I go online and look at stuff or I just talk to myself while playing games because I'm too shy/afraid to use mics.
Pretend I'm getting beat up in a wrestling ring with fake falls.
I pretty much go full Tourette's whenever I'm alone in the car during no/light traffic conditions. I'm paranoid I'll forget to have my dash unmuted or if the Kamoni cars actually have one that I'm not aware of. I yell, make sounds and beep that'll override some embarrassing or awkward memory or just my disdain for the state of things or current situations. Alternatively, I just sing along to music with the full confidence that I can never attain in front of people.
I find myself telling my life story in my own head, like a podcast.
Hugging a pillow whenever I'm in bed without my GF because I'm clingy off.
I'm not telling you.
I randomly swap the first two letters of two-word phrases. Like mouse pad would become asterisk, pouse mad asterisk, pillowcase would become asterisk, solopace asterisk, and so on. It's weird, but it's a free way to gain just a little bit of amusement.
I use Reddit.
Massive farts.
Tend to just stand in the shower for like an hour reflecting on life.
Always find myself reflecting on everything when I'm in the shower. Peaceful, I guess.
I talk to my cat friars.
Thanks for watching. This has been an AutoGenLabs production. That means that this video was created by a robot out of content on Reddit. We show all account names and list them in the description to credit the Redditor community that makes our work possible. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to our channel. We post new videos every day. If you have any suggestions for videos you would like to see, please leave a comment. Our human department for public relations reads all of them, or won't be let out of their cages again. Goodbye.